Both starting pitchers shaky thus far here tonight. In fact, O'Dallas Perez long gone. This one in the hands for the time being of Wilson Alvarez. Now, Tony La Russa has activity, or at least a few bodies stirring down in that bullpen. Suppan due up second here in the 4th inning. Somebody was down there just working on their mechanics. I beg your pardon. We saw Eldred getting loose a short while ago.
Every time I hear that term, I think of Glenn Wilson, a former Major League outfielder who purchased 2 service stations while he was still playing.
Roller acquired, down on one knee, one away.
About 2 months after he purchased the service stations, he retired. And the writers in Pittsburgh said, "Why did you retire?" He said, "I was thinking about my mechanics."
NFL all day, playoff baseball at night. Doesn't get much better for that. Or some of the wives out there may argue vehemently. Maybe even some husbands would argue vehemently, because there are a lot of great female sports fans out there.
That's right.
Two little angels getting an early dose of playoff baseball right there. 2-1 on Suppan. Alvarez has retired all 3 batters he's faced since coming on from the Dodger pen. 2-2 to Suppan, who had a base hit into center field his first time up. Swung on and fouled back out of play. Still 2-2. A lot of times you go to your long reliever, and let's be honest about it, you feel a little shaky about putting a game, especially a game of this magnitude, in their hands. Nothing could be further from the truth for Jim Tracy in regards to the man who's his long man tonight, Wilson Alvarez.
That's an excellent point. He's like a backup starter tonight.
Which he's had to do a lot over the last couple of years with this ball club. They've had so many injuries in the pitching staff. And it's fisted into left field. Sounded like a broken bat, but Suppan, we told you, a 270 hitter. And he is 2 for 2 tonight.
And obviously Jim Tracy does. And the way I look at this game is whoever has the lead in the 7th inning will win.
Womack fouls it back out of play, and incidentally, you brought it up earlier, but for those of you that were not with us, Jim Tracy told us point blank, as he did last night, that Eric Gagne would be available from the 7th inning on.
Gagne, the saves leader over the last 4 years, 152 saves. Last 3 years, I beg your pardon.
Including 84 in a row.
84 in a row. Boggles the mind.
I was here the night it started and here the night it ended.
All right.
Fouled back out of play.
And the Dodgers ended up winning the night it ended. Yep. They won the ball game.
Yep. The only time I've ever seen, and I'm not so sure it won't be the only time I will ever see, a closer blow a save, get a standing ovation, and a curtain call.
Wow.
The night 84 consecutive saves came to an end against Arizona earlier this summer. Pretty good at bat here by Womack, even though he's behind in the count 1-2, making Alvarez work. those folks dialed into the tones unquestionably of the great Vin Scully, Hall of Fame voice of the Dodgers for 53 years. Well, what a baseball treasure he is. Much like they had in St. Louis for so long, the late great Jack Buck. Again, a 1-2 coming to Womack. Off the outside edge.
Especially with 2 strikes, Womack is not a guy who has a lot of power the other way. Jason Worth, inexperienced, really a little too deep in left field. When you see hitters take those types of swings, they're punching at the ball. They're using only their arms. A guy like Jason Worth, you have to make Tony Womack hit the ball over your head. If it's a fly ball, you're going to have time to drift back on it anyway. But you have to protect that area in front of you. You can't allow him to dump one in front of you.
2-2. Hooked into right field, and Bradley got it. No, he didn't. And Suppan went back to the bag. Safe at first, but they will get the out at second base. Bradley claiming he had the ball, and then it dropped in the exchange. Right now, Larry Walker the batter. He has bounced to first, drawn a walk, scored a run. 2-2 game. We're in the 4th. Back up the middle and into center field. A base hit. Womack will slam on the brakes after an aggressive turn at second base.
In the act of throwing.
Absolutely. In the exchange.
It was a fine play by Bradley, but because the exchange was so quick, Milton dropped the ball and ended up forcing the pitcher, Suppan, who had retreated to first base, forcing him at second. Once again, 9-4-3-6.
Pujols, a .343 batter during the regular season with runners in scoring position. He's knocked in just 1 run on a solo home run in this series. So here you have 2 of the great sluggers in Pujols and Beltre. In between them, they have 2 RBIs. What a likable young man Albert Pujols is. Featured in this week's People magazine and loves at home cooking. Pitch paints the inside corner. Pujols not so sure. Well, this one's shaping up to be a dandy here tonight. Maybe not the most crisply pitched game in the world or played game in the world, but it's 2-2 in the 4th inning. Dodgers trying to send it to game 5. The Cardinals trying to end this series tonight. 3-1 on Pujols. Rolling next. There's activity in the Dodger bullpen. Hard throwing rookie right-hander Dwaner Sanchez. In the air, down the left field line, hit a ton. Back to the wall is Worth. It is gone. Pujols a 3-run home run. Albert Pujols doesn't need to tell anybody how good he is.
Watch Brent Maine setting up inside, and Alvarez tries to get inside. Not saying you can't pitch Pujols inside, but 3-1's not the time to do it.
St. Louis recaptures the lead. Second home run in this series for Albert Pujols, the 4th of his postseason career. with a marvelous talent. And those who know him best are around him the most. Tony La Russa, most notably, will tell you he's an even better guy than he is a player.
Pujols signing a 7-year, $100 million contract before this year. And with that swing, he earned some of it at least.
Well, he earns every penny of it.
He really does.
On the ground to Cesar is Turris, and that'll end the inning. But Pujols with 2 aboard plays long ball after 3.5, a 3-run Cardinal lead.